So I'm already knowing that a few of y'all saw the title of the video. Y'all clicked on the video and went straight to the comment section just to blah, blah, blah. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up and watch the damn video, right? So we got Ryan Clark. And this is the thing, right? A lot of people are trying to spread this narrative about Shedeur Sanders in the NFL. How the hell can this be a race-related issue when the first draft of the NFL, the first pick was Cam Ward, who is a black quarterback? How? Make it make sense. I am tired of people like Ryan Clark and others trying to turn everything into a race issue. The fact that Cam Ward was the first pick of the NFL draft should eliminate all race-related issues when it comes to black quarterbacks. Period. Now let's see what Ryan Clark has to say.
My biggest problem with it is obviously the anonymity of all of the comments and all of the quotes and all of the things that we have had reported, whether it was Josina Anderson around the combine, recently with this quote from an offensive coach who says he's entitled, who says he puts the blame. I watched Shedeur Sanders get damn near killed for 2 years at Colorado. And I never saw him berate a lineman on the sideline. I never saw him cuss or scream at a coach. And you're hearing these things like entitled and these little pieces of the characteristics of his personality when we had a number 1 overall draft pick get arrested for being orderly and drunk. And we had more people coming out and saying, okay, here is who the real Baker Mayfield is. Don't watch this video. Don't believe that what you saw of him is who he is. He's a good person. He's a good leader. He's this. We had more anonymous people saying those things. Shedeur Sanders never been arrested. Shedeur Sanders has never been in trouble. Shedeur Sanders has never misused his names to the point of taking advantage of people. You have Johnny Manziel, who missed the first game of his last year against Rice for Texas A&M because he was suspended. You have Johnny Manziel, who ended up getting a whole documentary about how effed up he was away from the field, but there was no anonymous talk about him. There was no one coming out and saying Johnny Manziel isn't a good person. Johnny Manziel is entitled. Johnny Manziel has an alcohol issue. And so to me, the way that Shedeur Sanders has been covered seems purposeful. It seems that there is some sort of intent to slander or defame. All of these conversations could be taking place behind closed doors, as they do for so many of these people, and kept there. But why him? Right. It's for the clicks. It's because the name will bring people to your page. The name will bring people to your show. And it's sad. Like, it's sad that he's being used this way, but he has to find a way to take the lessons from this. The lessons from this of what his name means, the lessons of this of how you block out the noise and continue to perform. This kid is going to be ready from a maturity standpoint when he walks into the building. Now, what the GMs should be thinking about, and executive scouts and coaches, is when will he be ready physically to play the position?
All right. If we're going to keep it 100, right? If we're going to keep it all the way real, notice how Ryan Clark, he used 2 white quarterbacks. Is Johnny Manziel white? Is he fully white? Anyway, he used 2 white quarterbacks as examples. He does this all the time. And I got nothing against Ryan Clark. I just can't stand when people race bait and try to create narratives that are racially motivated. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Shedeur Sanders did not get picked in the first round is because people are skeptical of his attitude. They're skeptical of his attitude, and they're skeptical as who he is as a player, right? And I am a big fan of Shedeur Sanders. I'm a all-out Sanders family fan. You know what I mean? But if we're being brutally honest, Shedeur Sanders showed a lot of signs of inconsistency in his college career. He made a lot of bonehead plays. He took a lot of unnecessary sacks trying to make something out of nothing when all he had to do was throw the ball away, right? That is a fact. The film does not lie. You know what I mean? And I want to see Shedeur do great things in the NFL, but these are the reasons why he did not go high in the first round. You know what I mean? People are looking at that. And then on top of that, whether people got a certain bias against Deion Sanders or the way they carry themselves as a family, that's a completely different thing. But a lot of people are trying to turn it into a race issue. And Ryan Clark, he knew what he was doing when he chose Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield to be the two examples of, well, look, these quarterbacks did this type of shit, but look, they let them go, and they didn't say nothing about them, right? So Ryan Clark, we see through that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, right? And I want to see Shedeur do great things. You know what I mean? But if you want to call it down the middle, right? He has to develop more athletically. He's not a freak athlete. Cam Ward is an NFL quarterback. He has all of the physique, the athleticism, the IQ, and everything, right? So that's the reason why Shedeur did not get picked. And I wanted him to get picked just like everybody else. Let's not get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? But with me being a realist and calling things down the middle, I wasn't going to be surprised if it did not happen. And it didn't happen. He did not get picked at all in the first round. I was not very surprised. You know what I mean? But as far as people spreading this rumor, oh, they don't like confident black men. They hate when a black man, is prideful and knows his worth. Like, cut that shit out. The NFL is dominated by black men. Even at the quarterback position. Even at the quarterback position. So let's start with this 1950s, 1960s shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I wish the best for Shedeur, and I want to see him do great things. Hopefully, he gets drafted sometime tomorrow. But I will be excited to keep up with any team that he goes to, right? Because like I said, I am a fan, but I'm not a damn liar. I'm not a liar. Shedeur has a lot of flaws in his game that professional coaches and GMs are skeptical of. You know what I mean? Which y'all let me know what y'all think. It's your boy TJ the Realist. New videos coming soon.